I think we're live. Welcome to day 16. I just updated the stream info live, so I don't know. Hopefully that went through. Hopefully it worked. Anyway, welcome to day 16 of my attempt at learning Rust through learning ECS, through learning RLTK to making a roguelike. Eventually I want to make my own roguelike, a mini roguelike, just to say I've done it. Also because I like roguelikes. Also, the other thing, what was it? Roguelike.club. There's a roguelike.club, I think, is the yeah. So this weekend, actually, today's the 16th. Today's the 15th. I've lost track of days. Today's the 15th, Friday the 15th. So tomorrow and Sunday is going to be this roguelike. I can't attend because I have other things that I'm doing. Hopefully the videos will be online at some point, so be able to see some of this, and it'd be interesting to hear about what's going on in the world of roguelikes. I did take a peek at a couple of YouTube videos of previous presentations, and they've been all pretty interesting. So check that out if you're interested in roguelikes, as I am. So we're following the tutorial. We've gotten through this section of items in inventory. We're now able to spawn monsters in a room, a random number of monsters from 0 to 4. And if I hit refresh here, I think I can go one bigger. Yes, I can. Okay. I refresh, and I should be able to go to different rooms and see. Well, that one has 0 monsters. Yep, this one has 3, and I will die quickly. You can see my health going, especially when 2 of them are attacking me at once. And I'm dead. I should turn on the console. You can see it's telling me I'm dead 1,000,000 times a second. 60 frames a second. So let's refresh that, and that'll stop that. Okay. So that's where we were. That's where we left things off. Right? We did the spawn room, and this, they have the fancy display here, the CRT-like display, but I've disabled that. I think this looks better for streaming without that extra bit of processing. So what's next is health potion entities. So let's start there. I think we're all checked in. I see this last push. This should be clean. Good. All right. We'll improve the chances of surviving for a bit by adding health potions to the game. We'll start off by adding some components to help define a potion. So we're going to add the components. We're going to add item and potion. Okay. Pub struct item and pub struct potion. Pub heal amount. Like that. Okay, and we have to register them. This register thing is getting very long. So we need item and potion. Right? And then in spawner, we will create a function to add health potions to the game. Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to clean this up and clean that up. Not today. I keep pushing things off. I want to look at specs also someday, but not today. All right, so this is the monster stuff here. Let's put it down here. Health potion. We take in the ECS and coordinates. xi32, yi32. ECS create entity with position. XY with renderable. The glyph is RLTK to CP437 and an upside down exclamation, which I'll have to copy paste because I don't know how to type that. FG is RGB named RLTK magenta, and background is black. And then we're going to give it a name. Oops. Name is health potion. And then it's an item. And it's a potion item specifically. And we build it. And we don't return it. Okay. And then we're going to have to call it somehow. So in spawn room, oh yeah, so we commented out the num items thing, max items thing here. So we're going to comment that back in. Which is an odd way to phrase it, but that's the way we do it. And then here, we're going to create a list. Just like we have num monsters, we'll do num items. Oops. Items like that. And then here, we change this to items +2 -3. And then we're going to go in 0.num items. Okay. While not added, we do the same exact thing here, right? So just put this here. Roll dice, use size, and instead of monster spawn points, we're going to say item spawn points. And that means we missed out on, yep, okay. Up here, we have that. Right? And then we need the same loop here to create the item, and just say health potion. Right? And that's all we're doing. If your cargo run now, room sometimes contains health potions. Okay. Let's see if that's true. Of course not. Oh, I didn't include. Okay, I typoed that, and I need to include item and potion. Yeah, item and potion. Item potion to CP. Here it is. Oh, that's right. I changed that so I don't need the RLTK part, right? And then we don't need that there because I added it here. Is that build? No. What am I missing? Oh, I missed something. Yeah, right here. It's pretty obvious when you have the indentation correct, right? Okay. And that still isn't, oh, because I typoed world. Okay. Expected char found stir. Oh, do I have to do a two string on it? Did I miss that? Oh, it's a char. Okay. I put double quotes instead of single quotes. Like that. And looks good. Okay. Refresh. All right, now we're going to look for health potions. Can't do anything with them yet. Oh, there it is. Look at that little health potion there. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's annoying that the screen's scrolling. There. Oh, looks like when we walk, watch this. Boop, it goes under. That's funny. Okay. So the health potion is being rendered after the player position. That's pretty amusing. I wonder if we can change the, where is it? In game state. This is tick, draw map. Yeah, so we render all the renderables. I wonder if there's a way to draw the player, because the player is one of the renderables, right? And if they happen to be on the same location, then yeah, I guess I'm sure that'll come later. We'll fix that, but meanwhile, all right, so we can spawn health potions. That's good. We actually have to be able to, oh, right there, pick them up. Okay, so git status, git add source, git diff staged. All right, so we added the item and the potion. We added them here. We uncommented this. And now we also have a loop to generate 0 to 2 health potions and place them on the map. And here's how we spawn them. And then we register those things. Is Clippy still happy? Okay, that's got cleaned up. That's fine. Git commit spawn health potions. All right, push that up to GitHub, and then let's see how we can pick up items. Having potions exist is a great start, but it'd be helpful to be able to pick them up. We create a new component in components and register it in main to represent an item being in someone's backpack. Okay. Pub struct in backpack. It's interesting that they're adding this owner field. There is only one player, right? But maybe this will be extended to allow monsters to pick things up, possibly. We also want to make item collection generic. That is, any entity can pick up an item. There you go. Okay, that answered my question. It would be pretty straightforward to just make it work for the player, but later on we might decide that monsters can pick up loot. Introducing a whole new tactical element bait. So we'll make a also make a component indicating intent in components RS. Okay, so this was the one like wants to melee and suffer damage. So this is similar to that where we're going to say wants to pick up. Oops, I keep doing that. My day job is programming in C, instructs in C and semicolons. So that's my fingers naturally just want to type that. Now we'll put together a system to process wants to pick up item notices. We'll make a new file, inventory system, and then we'll put in an item collection system. Okay, let's get started. Inventory system. Use specs prelude star. Use crate. Oh, and what I'll do is just add what's here. So this is entity game log. That's interesting. I don't think I need to do it that way. Wants to pick up item position, name, and in backpack. Entity should come from prelude. So game log wants to pick up item, position, name, and in backpack. Right. Pub struct item collection system. And we're going to impl tick system tick for item collection system. Oh, it's doing this. Okay. Type item collection data equals. I'm going to do read expect of tick entity, write expect tick game log, write storage tick wants to pick up item, write storage tick position, read storage tick name, and write storage tick in backpack. One of the things I still haven't figured out is what the difference is between read expect and read storage, and whether or not the order of these items means anything. Type system data equals item collection data tick. Function run, self and data. Right, and then we're going to get the player entity, the game log wants to pick up positions, names, and this is just backpack. Yeah, backpack is the data. And then for pickup in wants pickup dot join. So the positions remove pickup dot item. So okay, that's going to remove the item from the positions component. So the entity that we're picking up no longer will have a position. So it won't be rendered. Pick up item in backpack. Owner pickup collected by, which we haven't set yet. Expect unable to pick up item. Unable to insert backpack entry. Okay. Let's just do that. That still looks bad. Oh. If pickup collected by player entity, then we're going to add an entry to the game log. Push format. You pick up the thing. Oh, typoed game log. Names.get pickup that item unwrap dot name. That's a little awkward. Right? We get the name from the names components of the item that we just picked up. We unwrap it and then we get the name. That's because we define name component is that it has a name field. All right, and then wants pickup clear. And looks like we indented one too many here. So let's shift those in. Okay, so this iterates the requests to pick up the item, removes their position component, right? That's what this does, and then adds an in backpack component. That's these two lines here. Don't forget to add it to the systems list in main.rs. Okay, but I moved that to gamestate.rs. Source lib gamestate. Oops. So in here, we'll add a new system. Let mute pickup item collection system, and then pickup.run now self ECS. And we have to add item collection system. Oh no, I got a star there, so we need to add it to this pub use item inventory system mod, and then use star. All right, well, that even build. The next step is to add an input command to pick up the item. Let's see if this builds first before we get too much further. And we can't use it. It's not linked into the... Oh, I forgot to add a lifetime to the type. There it is. Right. Yeah. I think it goes there. Yep. Okay. So, and then that's wants pickup, not want pickup. Like that. And it blends. Yes, it blends. Okay. Next up is to add an input command to pick up an item. G is a popular key for this, so we'll go with that. We can always change it in player RS. In the ever-growing match statement of inputs, we add virtual key code G, get item. Okay, so let's go to player input, and we're going to add virtual key code G. Right, I did a use virtual key code, so I don't have to put this all over the place, and it cleans this up a bit. So this is just get item, and then we'll need to implement get item. This time I caught myself doing the capital O. All right, so then we grab, since it's not a system, we don't use the system data, we just find each one of these individually. It's a lot of typing. And then we join over entities, items, and positions and see if the target item, if the position is, if something is at the player's position, then we'll set the target item. And currently the way we have things, only one thing can be at the player's position at a time. Although at some point, I guess, maybe later we'll have to deal with stacks of items where you can have multiple things. So when you type get, it says there's all these things here. What do you want to get? And star to get all. But for now, we're going to just stick with what they've got and get the player position, which we should be able to get right from the player entity. I've said this a couple of times now. There shouldn't be, the player entity has a position, so you shouldn't have to get have a separate point location for the player. I should take a look at the issues for this doc, because this doc is all written on GitHub. Or the source for this is all on GitHub, so I wonder if people have mentioned this. If not, I'll go ahead and mention it, that you shouldn't have a player position and a point that indicates a player position, because then you have two places to get where the player is, and it's easy to get those mixed up. So player entity, ECS, fetch, entity, or it's easy to get them out of sync is what I meant to say. Entities, ECS entities, items, ECS read storage of all the items, let positions, ECS read storage of positions, and the game log. Game log. The ECS read storage, there's an ECS write storage, and there's an ECS fetch mute. I'm not sure what all the differences are. Let mute target item option entity equals none. So for the item entity, the item and the position in entities items positions join, right? If position X is equal to the player's position and position Y is equal to the player's position, then we found an item target item equals some item entity. Break? I want to put a break in there. So then match target item. No, if target item is some. Oh, yeah, so I got ahead of myself there. Yeah, let's stick with the match. Match target item. All the other places where we've done this, it's easier to write the is some, but here we actually have two different activities. Entries push. There is nothing here to pick up. .toString. Otherwise, if we have some item, we're going to pick it up. Pick up the ECS write storage wants to pick up item, and then we're going to pick up insert into the player entity wants to pick up item, and it's been collected by. That's interesting. So we've inserted it into the player's entity's component. Sorry, the player entity's entity, right? So the player entity gets a new component saying wants to pick up item, but we're also specifying here that it's the player entity who wants to pick up the item. I wonder if that just is a way to make, I guess we can just do that. Expect unable to insert want to pick up. I wonder if that's just a way to make the system that does the pickup easier, because then it doesn't have to look at the, it doesn't have to say what does the player want to do. It just says give me a list of all the items you want to pick up, and then insert them into the backpack, right? So we don't care about the, we do get the entities. But yeah, we join over a single thing, anything that wants to be picked up, and then we put it in the backpack of the owner. So backpack insert pickup item. So then the item, it gets told you're in that player's backpack, but the player doesn't have an item in as a component on itself. Okay. I guess it'll make sense once I start playing around with it. We'll see. This obtains a bunch of references, right, from the ECS, as this section here, and iterates all the items with a position. If it matches the player's position, target item is set. Then if target item is none, we tell the player there's nothing to pick up. If it isn't none, if it's some, then it adds a pickup request for the system we just added to use. If you gotta go run the project now, you can press G anywhere to be told there's nothing to get. If you're standing on a potion, it will vanish when you press G. It's in our backpack, but we haven't any way to know that other than the log entry. Right. Because we haven't gotten to listing your inventory. Okay, so let's see if this builds. It does. Let's see if we can pick up potions. Oh, no, we can't. We blew up. Where did we blow up? Tried to fetch resource. Oh, I didn't add that as a resource that got registered. Wants to pick up item. there any other? I did in backpack. That's also missing. Okay, let's build that. All right, let's refresh here. Oh, it worked. Okay, so now can we go find a potion before we get killed? There's a potion. Oh, and there's 2 monsters. I think I can take 2 monsters out. Oh, now I can't. That's bad. Yeah, I died. Okay. There's a nice convenient. Oh, there's a nice tasty potion. Okay, so now if I go here, I go under it, but if I type G, you pick up the health potion, and look at that. It's gone from the world, and it's showing here in the log, but we don't have any way to list it yet. Okay, so what do we have? We have the new inventory system. Right? We added these 2 new components in backpack and wants to pick up item. We're now running the item collection system. We have this brand new code here, inventory system, which loops over all of the things that want to be picked up and add them to the backpack of whoever wanted to pick them up. We now have a way to get items. In other words, add a wants to pick up item component to the player entity. Right now only the player entity can get a wants to pick up item, but I guess that can be extended. And then we registered the things so that we didn't panic. Okay. Hit commit. We can now pick up items and put them in our backpack. I'll push that up to GitHub. And those are both here, right? For today? Yes. All right, so let's do this. It's a good idea to be able to see your inventory list. I know I normally only go a half hour, but I figured let's get this. Ooh, this is going to be long, isn't it? No, this will be fine. It's just this one section here. All right. So extend run mode in main. Oh, it's a game mode. Another state in which the game loop can find itself. So we're going to extend run mode in main to include the game mode. Okay, so what do we got so far for our run state? And again, I think I put this over here in game. I did. So we have waiting input, pre-run, player turn, monster turn, and show inventory. Okay. And then we're going to add the virtual key code I here, which is going to return run state show inventory. There we go. In our tick function, we're going to add another matching. So that's again back in game state. Yeah, here's tick. So we're going to add to this run state show inventory. Oops. There we go. If GUI show inventory self is item menu result, cancel new run state is run state awaiting input. Okay. We don't have that yet. No, that's this here, right? Show invent. Okay. If GUI show inventory self ctx GUI item menu result cancel new run state equals run state awaiting input. Okay. So if we're in the show inventory state and we haven't hit cancel, then we go back to awaiting input. Awaiting input. So we just ping pong back and forth here. If it isn't canceled, then we're staying in show inventory. Once it is cancel, then it's going to be awaiting input. Okay. All right. That makes sense. So then in our GUI code, let's put this down at the bottom. Let's move this up so it's not all the way at the bottom. It's easier to see. So we have pub enum item menu result, cancel, no response, and selected. Okay. And this is the show inventory function. GS, mute state, and the context. Mute RLTK, and it returns an item menu result. Okay, so our player entity, okay. Is that what we had before? We just fetched entity because it's the only, it's the only entity that's a resource in the ECS. Okay. Let names is equal to GS ECS read storage name and our backpack. Read storage in backpack. Let inventory equals backpack names dot join dot filter. Okay, you know what? Let's put this on this line. Item dot zero dot owner is equal to the player entity. Right, because we have to filter out, because things can be in everybody's backpacks, right? Monster backpacks. So we just want to look for items that are in the player's, oops, what did I do? There we go. In the player's backpack. Right now we can only put things in the player's backpack, right? But in the future, we're future proofing this, I guess, inventory.count. So that's how many items there are. And now we're going to do some fancy schmancy stuff with drawing boxes. 25. This should be map width, right? We had a thing here, or map 25 minus count over 2 as I32. That should be, right, map height. Oh, not map height. It's got to be screen height. Map height is 43 now. So that would make it too high, I guess. All right. Oh, come on. To do for some reason in Vim, when you type O, sometimes when you type capital O, it puts an O in there, and then you have to wait a second for it to take away the O. And I'm not sure what the details are behind that. Remove hard-coded 25 minus count over 2 as I32. CTX draw box. 15 y minus 2 31 count plus 3. All these magic numbers as I32. RGB named RLTK white. RGB named RLTK, I'm going to guess black. Yep. So that's the box. CTX print color 18. Y minus 2. RGB named, you know what, let's do this. Be easier to type like that, and just change this to yellow. Like that, and then I'm going to put in a string here, inventory, like that, and then print color instead of 18, no, instead of y minus 2, it's y plus count as I32 minus plus 1. So the way this works in Rust is the as is the highest, what's the word? Priority. of the operators. So a count to I32 comes before the plus, so it's not I32 plus 1, although it looks like that to my untrained eyes. And then we're going to do yellow, black, and escape to cancel. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to loop over all the items in the pack. We're going to use J is 0. Oh, I see. 97 plus J as RLTK font char type. So 97 is what? A? I think. Octal decimal. Where's decimal 97? Yes, 97 is lowercase a. So the way this is working here is the J starts at 0, so 97 plus J is lowercase a, and then for each item it'll increment J here, so it'll go A, B, C, D, E, and so on. And it's putting in open and closed brackets around those. Again, we have here backpack names, join filter, item owner is player entity. Can we just use that? I don't know if the bar, because we didn't use it up here. Oh no, we did. We grabbed the count. Right? Can we use it here? Let's try using it there. I'll save a little typing. So here we are. Let J equals 0. And then for, we don't care about the pack, we just care about the name of it in inventory. Is that going to work? CTX set 17Y, RGB named RLTK white, RGB named RLTK black, RLTK to CP437 of open, right? And then we're going to do close, right? And that's on 19. And then on 18, we're going to just say 97 plus J as RLTK font char type. Now this as is going to change the J, but not the 97. Let's see if that works. If it compiles, then yay. And then we have CTX print 21y name dot to string. All right, that puts the name there, and then y gets incremented and j gets incremented, and then we're all happy. Y plus count, yeah. So if you have more than a screen's worth, it's going to draw off the screen, I guess. All right. But we don't have to worry about that just yet. Key, item, so for none, it's item, menu, result, no response. And this is what we're returning here. The result of this match is the item menu result. So we get no response. Some key, match key, and I have to put in the virtual key code here. Escape, and that is item menu result cancel. Otherwise, we return item menu result no response. That ends that, that ends that, that ends that, and that ends the function. Ooh. Let's see what we got. Everything blows up because I didn't add, see, oh. That's interesting. Oh, I wonder if it's just because I forgot to do a few things. Yeah, I don't have virtual key code. I don't have state. I don't have in backpack. So I got to add those to my GUI, right? So that comes from here. Virtual key code. Oh, look at that. I've added the colors up here, right? Black, red, RGB, and yellow. I guess I can add white as well. That'll make this code a little easier to read. Let's not get distracted because now I've forgotten what I need to do. So I need to add item menu result. That should fix something there. Oh, yeah, I've lost what I was looking at now. Item menu results comes here. Item menu results. And then what else did we grab? Entity should come from that. Name. His name is already there. In backpack, that was it. In backpack. All right. No, still plenty of explosions. I thought I added virtual key code. I must have forgotten to do that. Oh, item menu result redefined here. Oh, okay, yeah. It doesn't belong here, right? Because we don't need to do it there. I did add virtual key code with lowercase o. Okay, what blows up now? Less stuff. All right, state. Yep, I keep forgetting to do state, and then binary operation equal cannot be applied to item menu result. Oh, because I didn't derive partial equal copy and clone. Like that. And then state. State needs to come from RLTK. Oh no, from me. Like that, right? Better. Yeah. Move occurs because inventory has type blah 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 blah, and it gets moved here due to this method call. And so you have to regenerate it. Okay, that's why it's here twice. I wonder if there's a way to pass like a reference, to get a reference to it or something. And then avoid having to do this twice. Right? I guess, where else is count used? Maybe if we put that in a, yeah, it's just used here. So if we do this, I wonder if it'll allow us to do that. Can't find why. Oh, because I pulled it. No, so that won't work. Because it's setting count here and then setting y here based on count. So, can I make this a reference? Cannot cast use size as I32, but you can cast star use size as I32, but fixing that might blow things up. Where is it? Here it is. Actually, I might not need the parentheses. Nope. So that doesn't solve it. All right. We'll just do it twice. 2y. I'll do it that way. Get rid of that. Get rid of the star. It'd be nice to be able to only have to run that join once, right? That makes sense. You'd want to only do this one time and then be able to grab the count somehow. I wonder if we do this part first. Oh no, we need Y to do this part. And Y is based on the count. All right, well, let's see if this works. It built. Does it run? If I type I, oh, look at that. Oh, it's behind my screen, but it's there. If I hit escape, oh, look at that. Now let's pick up a potion. If we can pick one up before we die. There's nothing there. Nothing there. Gotta be something up this way, right? All right, I'm gonna refresh. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. Come on. Give me a part. There we go. Okay, so I step on it. I hit G to pick it up. I pick up the health potion right there. I hit I, and there it is, a health potion underneath my map. All right, so we're gonna have to figure out how to make that draw on top, but that's probably later. All right, this starts out by using a filter. No, see, they're drawing it on top. So it must be maybe the order that I'm doing things. I wonder if there's in GUI here what we call show inventory. Oh, we don't call it from here. We call it from the player, right? No. Oh, from tick. Source lib game state. Yeah. So we call show inventory there. And then we draw everything. Right. So we're drawing the inventory screen here. And then we're doing, oops, and then we're drawing the map. So if we, yeah, I think we tried reordering this and it's, If I put this here, right? First of all, will I build? It will not. Because new run state. Oh. Oh, what was the error? Overwritten before it's being used. Yeah, it says match new run state. I don't understand that error. All right, well, we had it over here, right? So we can't, If we draw the map first, right? We can at least do that first. Yes? Yes. So now, refresh, I can hit I. Oh, well, I'm not down there. Okay. Now I'm down there, right? I can hit I. So the monsters get drawn on top of it, but now it's covering up the map. You can see me, you can see the monsters, but at least it's on top of the map. The map gets drawn first and everything gets drawn on top of that. That makes sense. I don't think we ever went through an exercise of figuring out the right order to do the tick in. And I think the author of this just assumes you're going to clone his repo where all this is implemented chapter by chapter, but I don't operate that way. Anyway, I think this is a good stopping point. What have we got here? Add source. So we added a new show inventory state. We moved draw map to the top from down here. We now in the show inventory state, we check to see, we call show inventory every tick and check to see if the user pressed cancel. And if not, we stay in that state. We now have a show inventory function, which, oops, has an extra blank space at the end. Let's fix that. Space $. That's the only one. And then draws out, extra blank line at the end. And then we have our key code, which if we type I, it'll show the inventory. Let's get rid of the blank line. And then check in with clippy. Ooh, clippy doesn't like some stuff. Variable j is used as a loop counter. Consider using for j in inventory enumerate. Okay, and then we can do that. And then some keys match key. We don't like this. The outer pattern can be modified to include the inner pattern. Replace this with this. Okay, let's try that. First in player, we're going to enumerate. Oh, it's not in player. It's in GUI. Oh wow, this got stretched out, didn't it? So j comma, do that, enumerate, right? And then we don't need j plus equals 1 here. And then the other thing Clippy didn't like was this. On 215, we can just say virtual key code escape. All right. Like that? Really? Replace this binding with this pattern. Oh, maybe I have to say some around it. That makes sense, right? Some virtual key code escape, like that. Does that still build? Oops. Now we have too many closing braces. That is true. Okay. It still builds. Does it still run? Refresh. Inventory still shows. And if I pick something up, which I'm not going to be able to do without getting killed first. All right. There we go. So let's pick this up, take it, health potion, and we still show the menu on top of, yes, but the player's still there, and we can still hit escape to get out. Okay, so that all still works. So what did we change? Oh, well, we have all of the cargo format in here, right? And then we cleaned up this. And we used the enumerate instead of the J. All right. Wow. Okay, so that was a big change. Git commit -m. So what do we do? Now we can show, use the I key to show inventory and escape to cancel. And I think we're going to call it there. Wow, that was an hour. I normally stream for a half hour, but today just went, I was too ambitious. All right. Well, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you later. Take care.